everybody. I have finally just bowed down to the sun and I have set up my artificial lighting, so hopefully this lighting is okay and you can see all the details and everything. Let me know. I think it's pretty good. I have my coffee with me and my yogurt. God, that looks disgusting and I couldn't find my lid, so it's just like chill. And these cups you can get off ugaya.co.nz or ugaya.com. We got the domain, we secured it. Anyway, if you've never seen this, look, can you see the sparkle? Hell yeah. This is a drink that helps your skin, your hair, your nails from the inside out. It helps with digestion. It just like helps me in so many different ways. I'm obsessed with it, and that's why like my skin is just non-stop glow like 24/7 lately. I'm obsessed. So today we are doing a full face of your guys' favorites. I asked you on Instagram stories to let me know your favorite products, from primer all the way to lipstick and everything in between. I screenshotted the answers. I'm going to read them out to you and also just let you know like some honorable mentions and everything as well. Some of these products I already had and then some of them I had to purchase, so we've got a few new things to try, plus some like old favorites that I had to purchase because I don't even own them anymore, but I used to love back in the day. You'll see what I mean. So for primer, this one was actually quite mixed, but Milk Hydro Grip definitely stole the show. An honorable mention was definitely Smashbox primers and also the Hourglass primer and Too Faced Hangover primer, which I love the Too Faced Hangover primer. I can't even talk. I have not used it in ages. I don't know what's happening, but my brain is so scrambled. Like every time I go to film these days, I don't know why, I need to like wake up first or something. I actually have a lot of energy today, which is nice. Haven't felt this energized in a little while. I do have some Smashbox primers, but yeah, I feel like the Milk Hydro Grip really just took the cake. Is that the saying? I don't even know. I'm just gonna clip my hair back with my XO Beauty hair clips. I'll link them below. I'll link everything I'm using today down below for you. My face tan looks bomb as well. Oh, the color, I'm getting so close, you guys, so close. So I saw a little like tip on TikTok to do with this primer. I've used it quite a few times in my videos. I do like it. Basically I saw someone on TikTok say apply a couple of pumps on the back of your hand and apply it this way rather than just pumping it straight in your face, which I love to do. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked, but another thing I keep seeing on TikTok is people being like pet peeves in the makeup industry or the makeup scene or whatever, beauty gurus, blah. When people are like, oh, pumping products straight into your face. Bitch, I actually do that. Okay, it's not just for the cameras to piss people off and trigger people. Like, I actually do that. I'm sorry. That's how I like to. Please tell me one of you guys does that too. Comment below. Do you pump stuff straight onto your face? Like, I always do it. I don't see the problem, okay? Anyways, so they just said to take it on your hand and do it this way. I don't know what difference it makes, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Basically, you guys love it, this primer. I definitely think it's nice. It is hydrating yet gripping. Would you guess from the name of the product? Hydro Grip? Okay, foundation. I've wet my sponge. So NARS Natural Radiant came in everywhere, which is my holy grail as well. But there was one foundation that kind of beat it, and it was the NARS Sheer Glow, which was my holy grail for years, and it's annoying because I repurchased it. But I've decluttered it because I only ever used the Natural Radiance, so like I got rid of all my Sheer Glow, and I had like backups, I had tons of it, but I got rid of it all, I donated it all, so I had to repurchase it, so I was kind of like sad about that. But I'm excited to try it again because I haven't tried it in the longest time, and yeah, it used to be my holy grail. And then honorable mentions as well is the Lauder Double Wear, which I had no idea people still used. This is the box. It doesn't come with a pump, which is annoying, but I was like, oh, I'm not gonna buy the pump right now unless I actually fall in love with it all over again. It just comes like this with like a little pore kind of lid, which is annoying. I wish it would just come with a pump by default like their other foundations do. It's kind of dumb. But you just undo it and it looks like this, like it just pours out. I feel like no foundations, looking back, because you know this is an old formula, looking back, no foundations have packaging like this. Like, when do you ever see a foundation come out these days with no pump? They always have pumps pretty much, or like some kind of applicator tool. So anyways, this is a Sheer Glow in Punjab, and I'm gonna trigger some people. I'm sorry, look away if this upsets you. I'm just going to pour some onto my face. Oh my gosh, I'm actually very excited for this because yeah, back ages ago, if you guys have been watching me for years, you'll remember that this was one of my holy grail products. Blends out like a dream, coverage is beautiful. Now this is funny because back when I used to love this foundation, I was a full coverage only girl. Don't give me anything natural, like honestly, like I wanted coverage. So it's interesting, like sheer glow. It's not a sheer formula as many people would assume with the name. It's definitely like medium buildable. You can get like a really full coverage out of it, but I'm just kind of blending it out really quickly in a thin layer and it looks stunning. You guys know me now, I do, you know, go for like a lighter coverage sometimes, but even this like gave me a really nice coverage. Blends out so easy, guys. If you've never tried Sheer Glow, why? I definitely think you should. It's just a classic, like, great formula. It looks beautiful, it lasts beautifully. For concealer, this one didn't really surprise me. The one that definitely popped up the most was Shape Tape. But honourable mentions were the NARS Creamy Concealer, which I do love. That used to be a holy grail. Also the Too Faced Born This Way, which I also love. The NARS Creamy Concealer in the little tub, which I've raved about in the past. I'm just not surprised. I feel like they sell so much Shape Tape. Like it's always like the best selling on every website that sells Tarte makeup. And I mean, let me tell you, I definitely like this a lot more these days than I used to back in the day because I used to put on so much concealer and had really dry, kind of dehydrated areas of my face, whereas now my skin's much more balanced and I use way less concealer and now I'm like, oh, it's so good. So if you don't like it and you own it already and you want to give it another go, less is more with this one. So I'm gonna add some like that, just in the very dark areas of my eye, up there to lift. I'm gonna take a little bit through the center of my face as well, just because I feel like being extra today. And then I'm just gonna go in with my sponge again and then just tap it out. If you feel like it too, comment down below if any of your favorites are different to these favorites, and let me know what products you love, and maybe I can do a part 2. Applying it this way without applying product directly underneath my eye, just kind of like bring it across like this, I get way less creasing and way less build up in my under eye area where like I've got drier, wrinklier skin. Alright, to set the under eye area we need something, right? So many people said the Laura Mercier powder and the Laura Mercier under eye powder. Laura Mercier translucent powder doesn't work for me. So I picked up one of the honourable mentions that quite a lot of people recommended, and this was expensive, but yeah, a lot of people mentioned it as well. Oh, and also a few people said that they don't use one. Like, fair enough, I like to. I just feel like my under eyes are quite like dehydrated a lot of the time. The skin's quite delicate. I feel like those powders are too heavy under there. But anyways, so this is what quite a few people also said, but I would say it's like half the amount of people that said the Laura Mercier. So, you know, keep that in mind. This is kind of cheating, but I just felt like trying something else new. Pat McGrath Labs Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder. Such a long name. I don't know what the deal is with the packaging. I just don't, like, yeah, it looks kind of cool, but it's just a waste. Okay, so I got the shade Light. And ooh, looks like this. It's just like a baked white powder. Oh my god, I'm kind of nervous. I'm gonna use this vegan detail face brush. Whoa, it's very powdery, so I guess I probably don't need much. I'm just gonna gently dust that under my eyes, maybe a little bit over the eyelid where I put on the concealer. It doesn't change the appearance of my under eye very much, which I guess is a good thing. I do usually prefer a powder under my eyes that brightens, or like a yellow or peach shade to color correct. This one's just clear, it sets the concealer and doesn't change the look. So I guess that's a good thing, but I feel like I'd like it, oh wait, if you build it up a little bit, it kind of reflects a little more. I'm just gonna build it up and see what happens. Okay, that kind of brightened more now. Do you see that, or am I imagining it? I don't know. And then for your face, honestly, there was one clear winner, and it was MAC Studio Fix powder, which is my favorite too. An honorable mention though was the Hourglass powders, which I'm not like a gigantic fan of. I love this to bits. This is, yeah, a holy grail for me. Oh wait, I think I've got like a cream contour, so let me just avoid that area. I'm just going to kind of do my T-zone and lower cheeks, and we'll just come back and add some more powder if we need to. I'll just add a little bit of setting spray just to kind of moisten my skin a little bit before we contour, because you'll see when I show you. But the winners for the setting spray was the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray, and also the honourable mention was the All Nighter by Urban Decay. Two really good products. I still prefer my Glam, what's it called? Glam Glow one, or my Hello Fresh Colourpop one, but I do have it, the Morphe one right here. I do like it, I just don't really reach for it. It's the Continuous Setting Mist. It just goes and goes, so you can just kind of like hold the button down. It smells nice and fresh but not overwhelming, and it's really fine, but it soaks in really nicely. So yeah, I can definitely see why people love that. And then for the contour, the Fenty Matchsticks one. I haven't used this since Fenty launched, and I did like a full face of Fenty makeup. And I don't remember if I liked this or not, so it's interesting, well, going to be interesting to try it again. Other than this, a lot of people said Hoola, that was the honourable mention, but I prefer to use Hoola as an actual bronzer. But then when it came to bronzers, you guys said something else too, so I don't know. And the cream sticks hit it out of the park. Everyone loves them to contour, so let's give it a go. You would have seen the packaging before. I did do a full face of Fenty back in the day. Once again, cannot remember what I thought of these, but if you want to go watch it, I'll link my Fenty video down below for like a throwback watch. But anyways, so this colour is in Amber. It is a very like shadowy kind of colour. So I'm just going to add it where I want to contour. And I'm going to use my domed contour brush to blend it out softly. Once again, I really need to like shave my face because I've got so much facial hair that my contour is looking muddy every time I do it. It doesn't matter what I use, so if it looks a little funnily blended, it's the hair. The texture of these is quite cool because like they're relatively easy to blend, but then they also kind of like stick where you put them, so they don't just smear and over blend like some other cream contour sticks do, where like you blend it and then you can barely see it and you have to keep building it up. I feel like these ones do hold their colour. I never do proper nose contours, but low-key that looks really snatched. Don't know if it's just the lighting or not, but hey. Okay, so yeah, it looks good. I'm just gonna add more foundation, like just that's on my sponge already, and just kind of like use it to help blend a little more. Right, the complexion's looking pretty good. Like I can't complain, everything looks nice. What is next? Bronzer, I guess. So a lot of people said Laguna by NARS, throwback, that used to be a favourite of mine, and another throwback favourite of mine, Hoola by Benefit, also was mentioned a lot here, but the number one was another thing that used to be a holy grail that I no longer own, so I had to repurchase it, but the Milk Chocolate Soleil by Too Faced bronzer. A few people also said the Sweetheart bronzer, which is my current go-to, but yeah, so I repurchased this. Most people said this one right here, and if you've never seen it before, it is stunning. Like, I still love this. Packaging's so cute. It looks like that. The one I used to have was a little bit different packaging back in the day. And then it looks like this. You can get a shimmer one too, which I probably should have got because I prefer shimmery bronzers, but I didn't want to like, you know, veer away from what you guys were saying, and no one said shimmer specifically. Everyone was just like Milk Chocolate Soleil. So this is the one we went for. I'm going to use it on a jumbo face brush, Bake So Beauty, and just kind of like warm up the perimeter of my face and apply it kind of on the cheek above the contour. Oh, that's right, and it smells like chocolate and tastes like chocolate. Like if you're talking like me while you do your makeup, you'll get the odd little like dust drift into your mouth and it straight tastes like Milo or something, you know. Although Milo these days tastes really bad. I don't know if you guys agree or not, but it used to be so much better when I was a kid. I swear it was like way more like sugary. But anyways, okay, yeah, I still love this. The color is like to die for. I look like a freaking tanned goddess right now. Like my skin looks so sun-kissed and just healthy, and oh, I love the color. I need to go buy the shimmery one again, I think. Looks like we're going straight to blush. I'm just doing it in the order that I asked you guys. So this was a very mixed one of the most mixed categories other than I think eyeshadows. A lot of people said MAC blushes and didn't specify a shade. Some people said MAC peaches. Some people were saying Patrick Tar, quite a few MAC Melbas and NARS orgasms. But there was one that I noticed pop up more often than others, and that is Milani Luminoso, which after all these years, like, it's still popping off. I'm so happy she's still thriving. I've got my old AF one, which I was like, oh, I'll probably declutter that in the next declutter video, but let's try it on and see how she goes. So yeah, Luminoso by Milani. This was viral back like when 2014 or something like that. It's been a long time, but so many people still said that this is their holy grail. So I'm applying it with the same brush. I'm just going to tap it. It's a peachy pinky kind of vibe, and it's got a shimmer through it, so it just really brightens up the complexion. Yeah, that looks beautiful. You barely need a highlighter with it, to be fair. I don't remember it being this shimmery. It could just be the lights. I've got artificial lighting on once again, so who knows. I don't really feel like I need any more highlighter, but I mean, what have we got here? So Many Soft and Gentles by MAC, which once again was another viral one back in like 2013, 2014, 2015. Becca Champagne Pop, discontinued. Well, they're about to be. The Balm Mary Luminizer, another throwback. Like, the amount of things that you guys are loving that were popular years ago, it's like you must have stayed faithful, you know what I mean? Like, same thing all the time. There was one that kind of popped up a few times. There was something a little bit different that I was kind of surprised by, and that was the ColourPop Super Shock highlighters. And then specifically the color that kept popping up was Lunch Money. Quite a few ColourPop Lunch Moneys, and I was like, I wonder if I've got that. I checked my collection and I do, and I don't remember when I used it last, but I've got it. And this is probably like 4 years old or something, I don't know, but this is it. Lunch Money. So it is a kind of, how would you describe this? It's like peachy, beigey, goldeny, champagne-y all at once. I don't know, but hey, I feel like I really should have done some eyeshadow before all of these steps. I mean, it's stunning. It's really intense. I feel like so intense. I might actually go in with a brush and blend this out afterwards. I'm just going to use the brush that I used my under eye powder with to kind of soften it and like buff it out, because I feel like it's showing up a lot of texture on my face. That's way better. Holy moly. There we go. Yeah, that looks so much better with the brush. Now I like it. I'm going to apply a little bit directly with the brush, just on the tip of my nose. A little bit up here. Yeah, the brush is the way to go with this formula. I think it looks so much smoother. Favorite brows, and I didn't specify brow pencil and then brow mascara. I just said, what is your favorite brow products in general? Because when I'm doing my brows, I kind of just pick one or two different like formulas, whether it's like a pencil and a gel, or just a gel, or a pomade. You know, I kind of just mix and match. So I just decided to like let you guys run with it and just tell me. And the things that popped up so much were, of course, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Browers, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Gel, and then tons of Benefit. So much Benefit. Lots of Anastasia Clear Brow Gel, Benefit Precisely My Brow, Anastasia Brow Freeze, which is my current favorite, tons of Gimme Brow. So we will use Gimme Brow Plus. I really thought I had the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pencil, but apparently I don't. Now I'm like, oh, I really ruined the video now. Let me see what the thing I have is. Okay, a few people did say the Cabrow Benefit, well, they said the Benefit Brow Pomade, which is this. It's the Cabrow, because I don't have Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow or the Anastasia ABH. This is just too many syllables. We'll just go in with this one. So the Anastasia one definitely popped up way more, but hey, I've not used this product in so long. I used to use this in every single video, and it has been a while. I'm just going to kind of fill in some of the kind of, I don't know, more faded areas of my brow because they're tattooed. So I don't want to like add too much, but just enough to bring some color back. Oh my god, this is so weird doing my eyebrows like this because I haven't done it in so long. I'm just using the little brush that it comes with. This feels very unnatural for me because yeah, I've just been using the Brow Freeze by Anastasia Beverly Hills, which has popped up as well a lot when I asked the question, but I figured we'll do something different. How do they look? Still pretty good, I think. I'm just gonna add some more setting spray. And then Gimme Brow Shade 3. Love this. It makes all my eyebrow hairs the most perfect colour when they're not tinted. It also adds volume, it fills in the gaps because it's got the colour in it. It's definitely one of my favourite brow mascaras, I guess. I haven't used it a lot in videos lately because I honestly went for like, what, a couple of years literally just using this, and I was like, okay, I really need to step back and like try different things. So that's why you probably haven't seen it on my channel in a little while, but rest assured, like, I still think it's bomb. I think my eyebrows look nice, my skin looks bomb. I can't complain. I'm pretty impressed. So you guys have not led me astray. I appreciate it. After that eye primer, everyone said either MAC Paint Pot and Painterly, which is another way throwback like favorite, or the Urban Decay Primer Potion, which I've never really like, you know, been that obsessed with. The number one most mentioned one, the P. Louise. Love to see it. I have no idea what eye look we're doing because I can't remember what the eyeshadow palette said. I literally have like no clean brushes at this point. Right, I'm going to use my eyeshadow brush. This is from the Throwback Tortoiseshell set. This eye primer is just amazing, and if you're like me, I talked about this in a recent video and so many people related and said the same thing. How I was saying I've got very thin veiny eyelids, and like you can see it through some eyeshadow and it just makes your eyeshadow look trash because it looks like you've like missed a spot or like haven't blended it out properly or whatever. That's when bases like this come in so handy, you guys. I've got a discount code for P. Louise too, I'll list it below. But yeah, because the base has that pigment in it, it really helps to really even out the surface and get rid of any discoloration on your eyelids before you begin. You can use it before concealer and everything and it will still cover, or if you do your makeup in this order where you put it on like after concealer and foundation, like even better, you get that huge coverage. I'm just gonna use my finger to kind of blend that out, and you can really get a nice sharp brow as well with it, which is like one of my favorite parts. My eyebrows are so hairy, I don't think any tweezing can save them. Okay, eyeshadows hit me. Literally almost every single person said a different palette. There are that many eyeshadow palettes out there. So many people had my back because, you know, you guys are my followers. So many people were saying my palette's from XO Beauty, and I was just like, that's really nice. But I thought we would do something different because I feel like it's cheating. I don't know, I just feel like it's cheating because it's like biased, okay? I mean, I know people really love them, but I'm like, I don't know, I just had to screenshot like, there's so many different options, but one thing that I did notice pop up a few times was Anastasia Beverly Hills in general and Norvina palettes. So there are the like, there's like the Norvina palette, you know, the small Anastasia, but then there's also the big Norvina palettes. And people were just saying Norvina palettes, Norvina palettes, Norvina palettes. Weren't telling me which one, but when I was organising my PR, I noticed a new one. So let's just try it. Okay, I've secured it. So I've not even looked inside it yet. This is the Norvina Pro Pigment Palette Volume 5. I love her Pro, you know, palettes. I've got every single one. I have no idea. I'm assuming it's going to have purple, right? It looks pastel from the packaging. I feel like that's meant to be. Look at that. Okay. Oh my goodness. It's stunning. So this one is primarily purple pastels with some neutrals, right? It reminds me a lot of, is it the Lila palette by Natasha Denona? The vibes it's giving me. So, I mean, let's just have a little play quickly. I'm just gonna dip into a few different colors. I think first I'm going to start with E2, which is this pink. Although I feel like I shouldn't use this because I feel like I just did like a pinky kind of, I don't know, look with the XO Beauty Romantic palette. Oh, look at that. So I've kind of tapped the pigment on, and I'm just using little, it's not focusing, whoops, feathery motions to blend. I'm just going to put it on like that part of the eye. I don't know. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing today. We're just winging it. And this brush is a fluffy blender brush by XO Beauty. So it looks a lot more pink in the pan. I feel like it comes off more purpley on the eye almost. It's a really cool colour. But I'm happy about that because, like I said, I just used like a pinky colour in the crease in my last look, which I'll link below if you are curious. Taking the same brush, I'm going to take the shade B3 just because it's just sticking out like a sore thumb. Look at that. Like it's just so, I don't know, it's like periwinkle kind of, and I just feel like I need to try it. It just looks really cool. So I'm using the exact same brush and kind of tapping it on, and then I'm gonna use more circular motions to kind of blend. That color is amazing. It's very Barney. A really good makeup day. You guys have my back. Okay, even though like this palette technically is like, no one said this specific palette. Once again, people were just saying Norvina, so hopefully you guys don't mind, because yeah, out of every single category, this was the most all over the show one. Like no one really had, like there was no pattern, just so many different palettes. Like there are so many eyeshadow palettes on this planet. Let me know down below what's your favorite eyeshadow palette. Let's actually see if there's like any trend, or if once again everyone's just got a different answer. Maybe I use E3, this one. I'm gonna go back in with my little eyeshadow brush, just kind of like use the leftover primer to cut out that middle part. A little bit of fallout on the shimmers, so I'm just flicking away. It came off perfectly. Now I'm going to go in with the shade B2, which is next to the kind of brighter colour we used before. It's like a pastel-y, purpley, pinky vibe. I'm going to just kind of like go on either side of the shimmer. Okay, I love the palette. I love purples and pinks. I'm going to take a little bit of B1, which is like a white gold glitter. Oh, that's way more intense than I thought it would be. I'm just going to take a little bit right on the ball of my eye, and then I think I'll take this colour on my inner corner. Coolest inner corner colour. This colour is very soft, like when you press into the pan to pick up the product, it like goos, like it's kind of like a jelly kind of consistency. Not jelly, but you know, creamy powder. But you put it on and it's like a glitter. I don't know how to describe it, it's cool though. I used B2, which was the pastella, is that a word? No. The more pinky kind of purple. And I'm sad because I don't want to use liquid liner and ruin this, but there was one very clear winner when it came to liquid liner. I love this, guys. I'll link this below. There was a few stay all day, hello, I can't talk, and a few Maybelline Master Precise, but the one that came up the most was NYX Epic Ink. It came up so many times, like double the amount of times as anything else, even the Steeler, which is usually like, Steeler usually always wins, which is weird because I don't see, like it is good, but I don't know if it's that good. Anyway, this is it here. Now, I've never heard anything about this. Who raves about this so much? Like there must be a YouTuber that loves this because everyone was raving about this. Like surely it's not just a coincidence. Like is there someone famous that likes this? Is it a YouTuber? I don't know. Little wand, looks like a little like kind of flexy brush, I guess. It's so black. Oh, that is so easy to use. Okay, I see it. I get what you mean. It's so black straight away. Like, I haven't done 2 layers, that's just one little coat. And it's precise. Look at that. Okay, I get it. I get it. I'm gonna do my eyeliner and be right back. It's so good. I love it. It was even easier to do this side because I was like able to just like, you know, bend down out of frame and just like instant. So good. Favorite mascara. Lots of different ones. Okay, Better Than Sex, Maybelline Sky High, L'Oreal Telescopic, Too Faced Damn Girl. The one that came up the most was the Maybelline Sky High, I reckon, because it's like, you know, hyped at the moment. But yeah, this was another one where there were heaps of different answers, but a lot of like groups of answers that were similar. Like a lot of people agreed on the same brands and stuff this time, which is good. But yeah, this was the clear winner at the moment. Looks like this Sky High Maybelline. I love the packaging. The only thing I don't like about this, like I mentioned when I tried it for the first time, is it's like very flexy, so like you can kind of like move funny and it just like splatters everywhere, but it comes off pretty easily if you do that. I'm just going to pop some on and show you how it looks. So here's my lashes before mascara. Here is mascara on. This is just one coat too, so you can get better results, but I'm going to pop on some falsies. I forgot to ask you guys what your favorite falsies are because I'm dumb. But I'm just going to reuse some. This will be like the 3rd video in a row I'm using these, but I'll just use the Anastasia Beverly Hills ones again. I'll link them below. I can't remember the style name off the top of my head, but they look like this. They'll go nicely with this look. They're just wispy ones. So the only issue with the eyeshadow is the glitter falls down quite a lot. like, and doesn't come off as easily as the shimmery eyeshadows, but either way, I love it. Okay, final step is the lips. Favorite lip pencil, quite a few people said Lip Cheap by Charlotte Tilbury, some Kylie Beauty, some Colourpop, but a lot of MAC. So a lot of MAC Whirl and a lot of MAC Strip Down. And also XO Beauty Murray came up quite a lot. MAC definitely won. Which I like MAC lipstick, lip liners. They're not my favorites, but I do like the colors, so I get it. Right, so I don't even know what the next lip color is because I haven't looked ahead, but hopefully it works with whatever this is. I'm gonna make it work. This is Whirl Lip Pencil by MAC. It looks good with this eye makeup, this color. And then the lipstick, I should have known, the lipstick is MAC Velvet Teddy. This was another one where like so many people had different answers, but MAC Velvet Teddy definitely was like one recurring one. So I have the Velvet Teddy matte lipstick right here. Looks like this. You guys have all seen this, surely. And hopefully it works well with this lip color, or like the lip liner color. I feel like the lip color is not like perfect with this eye makeup, but hey, like I guess it kind of works. I don't know, I probably would have picked something a little bit more cool tone with this eye makeup. But gloss that most people said was the Fenty Gloss Bomb. So I got a Fenty Gloss Bomb. This was by far the most popular. There was a few NYX butter glosses thrown in there and some other brands, but yeah, Fenty really took it out of the park. So I think I've tried these in the past, but the non-shimmery ones, I don't know, I just picked up this shade because no one specified a shade, they just said gloss bombs. This is the shade Sweet Mouth. So like a pinky glittery color, and I'll just put a little bit on top. I mean, I would not put all these colors together, I think, but it just gives you that wet look. It smells good. It feels quite heavy. Oh, it's giving me goopy mouth. But it's not sticky, so that's the main thing. I actually think this looked better without the gloss. That is the completed look. Thank you guys so much for participating. You guys have some great favorites. Some of them I loved already. Some of them were old favorites, and then some new ones too. So yeah, everything's linked below. Thank you guys so much. Let me know some of your favorite sample, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!